It feels like we're always searching for a cure, doesn't it? We rush from one expert to another, hoping to find relief from the stress that clouds our minds and the illnesses that affect our bodies. We're looking for answers in labs and prescriptions. But what if the greatest wisdom about healing isn't something new to be discovered, but something ancient to be remembered? For centuries, a profound philosophy has been preserved in monastic traditions. It tells us about a man whose teachings earned him a unique title, the Great Physician. This man was Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. His insight was that the root of our suffering isn't just in the body, but in the mind. This isn't just a story, it's a perspective that can help us heal the cause of our distress by first healing our inner world. It's a path to becoming our own greatest ally in health. Long before modern medicine, the Buddha approached human suffering with the insight of a master doctor. In fact, his core teachings, the Four Noble Truths, are often compared to a classical medical diagnosis. First, he identified the symptom. All of life involves a level of suffering or dissatisfaction, which Buddhists call dukkha. Second, he diagnosed the cause. This feeling arises from our cravings, attachments, and misunderstandings. Third, he gave a prognosis. It is entirely possible to find freedom from this suffering. And finally, he wrote the prescription, a clear, practical path to follow. This way of looking at things changes everything. It suggests that while we should absolutely seek medical care for physical illness, our inner state plays a huge role in our overall well-being. If the source of our deepest struggles is internal, then the power to heal is also within us. This is the foundation for a set of principles for a healthier life, inspired by this ancient wisdom. They are a prescription for a new way of living, thinking, and being. It's important to remember that these aren't a codified list from an ancient text, but rather a modern framework drawing inspiration from deep-seated Buddhist principles and monastic practices. The cornerstone of it all is the practice of meditation. Buddhist wisdom teaches that the secret to a healthy mind and a supported body is learning to live in the present moment. Meditation is the tool that gets us there. It acts like a bridge connecting our minds to our bodies, helping them finally work together. The story of the Buddha's enlightenment is a perfect example. He sat under the Bodhi tree, not fighting his thoughts, but just observing them with a clear-minded calm. When we meditate, we create a quiet space inside. We can watch our thoughts without getting tangled up in them, kind of like watching clouds drift by. This practice helps to still the inner chaos that can contribute to physical distress. It's not about emptying the mind, but about becoming aware of it. This simple act of quiet observation is the first powerful step. The second principle asks us to see the mind as a garden. What we plant there grows. If we constantly water seeds of anger, resentment, and fear, we'll harvest a life of unease. But if we choose to cultivate seeds of joy, peace, and kindness, we create the conditions for well-being. Buddhist philosophy suggests that unwholesome mental states disrupt our inner balance, while wholesome thoughts are like a nourishing medicine for the soul. This isn't about pretending life's challenges don't exist. It's about consciously choosing where to put our focus. In any situation, we can try to find something to be grateful for, a lesson to learn, or a small sliver of light. By choosing to nurture positive thoughts, we are actively creating the inner environment that supports our body's natural ability to thrive. The third principle is one our busy world makes it easy to forget, the deep importance of self-love. The Buddha is quoted as saying, "You, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." This isn't about being selfish, it's the bedrock of real compassion. You simply can't pour from an empty cup. To truly care for others, you have to start by caring for yourself. Self-love means recognizing your own worth. Self-care is putting that recognition into action. It can be as simple as making sure you get enough sleep, taking a quiet walk, or making time for a hobby. These small acts send a powerful message to your body and mind that you are worthy of care, health, and wholeness. The fourth principle brings this healing awareness to something we do every day: eating. Mindful eating isn't a diet. It's an act of gratitude and presence. In many monasteries, food is eaten with a sense of reverence for the life it gives. which helps in avoiding excess and seeing food as true nourishment. When we eat mindfully, we actually pay attention to the colors, the textures, the flavors. We eat a little slower and savor each bite. We start to listen to our body's real signals of hunger and fullness. This practice doesn't just improve physical health, it turns a simple meal into a form of meditation. It reminds us that nourishing the body is a sacred, vital part of any healing journey. The fifth principle is about finding a rhythm for your life, but with a critical twist. You have to stay flexible. The Buddha's own story is the perfect guide here. He first tried extreme self-denial, nearly starving himself, only to find it didn't lead to awakening. From that, he discovered the middle way, a balanced path that avoids all extremes. A healthy routine gives us structure and stability, which is incredibly calming for the mind and body, but life is always changing. If we cling too rigidly to a routine when things shift, we just create more stress. This principle teaches us to build healthy habits, like regular sleep and gentle exercise, while also cultivating the wisdom to adapt and flow with life's inevitable twists and turns. The sixth principle is an invitation to step outside and connect with the greatest teacher there is, nature. The Buddha often taught and meditated in forests and under trees, finding incredible peace and insight in the natural world. There's a harmony in nature that resonates deep within us, helping restore our own sense of balance. Think of it as a form of medicine that doesn't cost a thing. The fresh air, the green of the trees, the sound of a stream. These things are scientifically recognized for their ability to lower stress and boost our well-being. When we spend time in nature, we remember that we're part of something much bigger than our own worries, and that connection is deeply healing. The seventh principle deals with one of the heaviest burdens we carry, resentment. The Buddha famously taught that holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal to throw at someone else. You're the one who gets burned. Forgiveness in this light isn't something you do for the other person. It's a gift you give to yourself. A powerful story from Buddhist law tells of how the Buddha forgave his own cousin, Devadatta, who tried to harm him multiple times. By letting go of his anger, the Buddha freed himself. When we hold on to old hurts, we are trapping that negative energy in our bodies, where it can impact our health. Forgiveness is how you remove that poison. It's how you set yourself free, so you can finally heal. The eighth principle is about making a simple shift in perspective, from what you lack to what you already have. Gratitude is the practice of recognizing the good that is already here. It's a practice that can literally rewire your brain for happiness and create a deep sense of contentment. Stories from the monastic life often highlight gratitude for the simplest things: a bowl of rice, a safe place to sleep, another day of life. This isn't about denying hardship, it's about affirming the goodness that coexists with it. By taking a moment each day to feel grateful, you change your mental state from one of scarcity to one of abundance. That feeling of fullness is a powerful balm for a restless spirit. The ninth principle recognizes that we don't heal in a vacuum. Our connections with others are a huge part of our well-being. Compassion is the heart of Buddhist ethics. It starts with ourselves and then radiates outward to every living thing. Relationships built on kindness, understanding, and acceptance are naturally healing. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift you is so important, and just as important is offering that same support to others. When we act with compassion, we lower the stress and conflict in our lives and create a supportive space where everyone has a better chance to thrive. The final principle brings all the others home. It's the deep understanding that your body has an incredible, innate wisdom and a profound capacity to heal itself. You are not a passive victim of your circumstances. You are an active participant in your own wellness. The idea here is that by understanding and supporting this natural process, you become your own most powerful healer. This journey of healing doesn't just benefit you, it can inspire and empower the people around you to find their own path. This is the ultimate empowerment, realizing that the key you're looking for isn't in a bottle or a prescription, but already exists within you. just waiting to be awakened. These 10 principles are more than just a list. They are an interconnected guide to a life of well-being, rooted in the ancient understanding that our minds and bodies are inseparable. They teach us that healing isn't a passive thing that happens to us, but an active daily practice of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. It begins with the simple but radical idea that we don't always need to look outside ourselves for the answer. The journey to healing isn't about becoming perfect, it's about becoming whole. It's about treating yourself with the care and attention of a master physician. By embracing these ideas, inspired by wisdom that has been passed down for generations, we can begin to address the true roots of our suffering and unlock the incredible healing potential that lies dormant within each of us. The greatest doctor is you, and the most powerful medicine is your own mind. If this message resonated with you, please subscribe for more ancient wisdom for modern life. Share this video with someone who you feel might need to hear this, and in the comments below, let us know which of these 10 principles you feel is most powerful for you right now. Thank you for watching.